I thought I would switch it up for you guys, switch up the little scenery moment. I just wanna provide, like, I don't even know what I'm saying. I never really do when I start these videos because I don't have an intro. I don't think I even want one. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, like, I'm not Tana Mojo. I woke up today, mind you, it's like 11. I didn't wake up at 11. I woke up at like 9, I think. But I woke up after weirdly, I don't think prophetic is the right word, but it was definitely like a spiritual dream, and I was like, what's going on? One of my dreams, I had a really bad fight with my friend, like scream fighting with him. And then the other one, I was asking if I was like on the right path, and whoever I was asking was like, this specific thing that you're doing, it's not your time for that. Your time for that will come at a different pace. Right now you need to focus on XYZ. And I didn't even remember that when I first woke up. I like did my whole ass morning routine and whatever, and then I was like, what just happened? What? I literally was washing my hand after my morning poop, and I was like, wait a minute. I just had that dream, and I totally forgot about it. But aside from that, the theme of this morning has been like double standards, and why double standards are more like why some people are more susceptible to double standards than others. And I would consider myself on this side of things where I'm more susceptible to them, as in like I feel like they're really inflicted onto me. You can visit my last video about like expectation and like what I feel like people expect from me. But I feel like this could be like the sister part to that, like part two to that, where it's like double standards are like really fucked and how I feel like I'm just always being faced with them. And so like what goes on psychologically in people's brains to make it seem like, oh, it's okay when I do it, but when you do it, it's obnoxious and annoying. Like, let's take being like loud, for instance. I'm a very expressive person. I may be introverted or ambivert, whatever, ambivert, introvert leaning, but I'm also the type of person that like will randomly scream and it needs to just randomly yell. I've always been that person, even when I was a kid. I just like need to be loud. And people, unfortunately, not everybody, but a lot of people find that just annoying. But when they are loud, when they are XYZ, it's just like them. It's just something they do, and everyone finds it funny. But when I do it, it's annoying, even though we're doing the exact same thing. I have done like experiments where I will say or do the exact same thing that someone else has done, and it will be quite literally perceived in such a different way. That is crazy to me. No, I'm not being woe is me. I'm not searching for pity. It's just an observation. Another thing that I find is that not you, but when some people express their emotions, people that are not as emotionally intelligent will just see that as like emotional manipulation. That's just not the case. Like now, even now I'm scared that what I'm saying will be perceived as like, woe is me, like, I can't express myself, but some people can. No one's saying that, like if you're taking it that way, I don't mean to invalidate you, but it's just like no one's saying that and you're reading it between lines that aren't there. But regardless, I feel like, how do we as a society break away from double standards? Easy answer: basic empathy, basic compassion, just basic like empathy and compassion, to be honest. It's crazy to me that some people aren't capable, not that they aren't capable, but they just don't show basic compassion and empathy on just like a normal, regular basis. It's just not something that comes to them easily. And that weirds me out. It really does. I've also been really aware, this is so kind of completely different, but I've been really aware of just like compatibility recently, and just like how maybe I'm just not as compatible with people than I thought I was. Because for actually like a month or two now, I've been kind of analyzing and been like, because compatibility and chemistry are not the same thing. Obviously, it's amazing if you have both, but a lot of the time, sometimes they're not the same thing. You can have great chemistry with someone, but that doesn't mean you're compatible with them. And I think I've been really like thinking about that specific thing as of recently, and how I just don't think what I value and what I just don't think that I'm just compatible with some people in my life right now. And that's okay. It's just a matter of what next? You know, what now? Like, what goes on now? Also, my eczema is so bad. Shout out to my girls with eczema. It's a rough season, especially if you live in a humid environment like I do. It was raining all last night and I slept with my window open. So now I'm facing the consequences of that. Especially, I've noticed that my eczema is really bad when it's. Sorry, I need to stop the accent. My eczema is really bad when it's very dry or when it's very humid. So, where I live, it is quite literally either one or the other. So, I blame where I live for most of my problems. Okay? And take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. You gotta take it or leave it. Don't want you in my bloodline. Yeah. Sorry, I just got so sidetracked because I completely forgot that I had this basket full of crystals that aren't as used. I can't. I don't know if this is Jasper or Carnelian. I think it might be Jasper. This is a basket full of crystals that I'm not sure what they are, or I'm not sure what they are. So, I don't really have much else to say, other than those are just the things that I've been thinking of recently. How double standards apply to some people and don't apply to others. That's literally what a double standard is. And how you just might not be as compatible with some people that you really thought you were because you had really good chemistry. But in the long run, you guys just don't have the same values or don't have the same outlook on life. Those are really important things to like have, not even just have in common, because people can have opposite views and things and still balance each other out. But for me, it's just not that. It's not a matter of that. It's a matter of, oh, we just aren't agreeing. Okay, like, where do we move from here? When I figure it out, I'll let y'all know. I will. I will.